Hello everybody and welcome to my little aquaponic laboratory. It is the beginning of March and I am finally getting to see some thaw in this aquaponic garden. So I've decided to, well, help it out a little bit. I've got the hammer, I got the chisel, and I've been whacking away at it, and it occurred to me I should share this moment with you, my viewers. So I'll show you where I'm at and we'll do a few updates along the way. Came out and saw some thawed patches in here, so I got all excited. Took the plumbing apart. No ice blockages in any of that, so that's excellent. Still can't get my bell siphon out yet. That's quite frozen in place, but I took the chisel around a little bit there. Making some progress. Finally cut down those two peppers because there's no way they made it. The willow might have made it, I'm hoping, you know. In the elderberry, I still see green. I see glare. Anyway, let's change my angle a little bit. And there's some, hopefully, happy elderberry growing there. The wind did a number on all that mud I put in the windowsill and threw a lot of it into the aqua. You can't really see it there. Glare. My camera doesn't like to adjust for light, but a lot of that mud ended up down on the iceberg that was my aquaponics, so I had to scrape that out. That turned out to be a really bad idea, but you know, it was worth a try. Certainly not the first bad idea I've tried, probably won't be the last. But here's where I am in my settlement tank. I've been bashing away ice cubes, icebergs really, out of that and transferring them over into the fish tank where they're getting all nicely thawed and the fish are all checking it out like, what is this? This isn't food. What are you putting in here? There's a leftover, one of the larger ones. Fish tank water's quite nice actually. What are we registering at? About 70 degrees there according to the compost thermometer. The fish all seem pretty happy. A little confused. Maybe I'll have some nice social goldfish this time around, you know, ones that like to visit the camera. Anyway, I want to keep whacking away at this ice while I've still got the light to do that. And like I said, we'll check back in a little bit, see how far I make it before I give up for the day. Here's a nice example of some of these chunks I'm moving over there. I'm dropping it in. The fish are all checking it out, like, what the heck is this? Never seen an iceberg before. No guys, it's not food. But they are all looking happy, healthy, and quite interested in the idea of some food. So the sooner I can get this system flowing again, the happier we will all be. Alright, well, you share in some of the joy here. Hopefully this will end up on the camera. If I can get the main plumbing free today, that would be great. And I never did rescue the pump from the sump tank, so I'd really like to get that out today too. Oh, got some movement on the big chunk there. That's promising. Well, I finally got that piece removed. Thaw it out in the fish tank here for a bit. Fish kind of checking it out there. Much more curious batch of goldfish, this group. Okay, I guess now that I've got that freed up, I've just got to get the pump, the bottom of all that, and see if it still works after being frozen all winter. Frozen solid at that. Well, I've managed to get the pump sort of free in there, but unfortunately its cord is frozen into this whole big iceberg here, so I've still got a lot of breaking up to do, but progress. Nice chunk of ice removed out of there. Fish checking out the ice that's floating around in there while the heater breaks it down a little bit. Yeah, it's progress. Well, that took an awful lot of hammering, an awful lot of chiseling, and I moved some very thick ice. But I have the pump free now. Just need to thaw it out and see if it still works. Oh, I hope it still works. 4 years from one pump's been pretty good, but if it survives this, that's one hell of a success story for their company, isn't it? We'll just drop that in the heated fish tank to thaw. along with a few icebergs that are melting away in there. Did drop the temperature quite a bit, unfortunately. Almost 20 degrees, so done putting ice in there for today, but I've rescued all my parts, so I'm happy. Well, content. Well, I plugged it in and heard a hum, so I think it might actually work. Just got to keep working away at these little ice blocks that are in there. I am amazed. Laguna pump, people. Not a sponsored video, but that's where you should spend your money in aquaponic pumps. This Laguna thing has been through hell and back. I'm betting it's going to work. Alright, it's mostly thawed out. Let's try and plug this in here. Oh, I'm going to say this little pump wants to go. Needs to finish thawing out first. Go, little pump, go! Well, it's thawed enough I can take it apart a step further and clearly see why it's not turning, but you know, I am more impressed with this pump every trauma it goes through. Well, it's acquired a strange rattling sound, but I'll be darned if that pump doesn't still seem to work. That is amazing considering what it's been through. Might be time to buy a spare anyway, though. Alright. The aquaponic system is thawed. Finally. Well, it seems there were some very cold bits in that adventure. I dropped the pin from the center of the pump down into the bottom of the fish tank, so I had to do a bit of arm diving there. Very cold like I said. But all's well that ends well, and it seems like everything still works after that incredibly cold and horrifying winter. Like I was saying, yeah, I might want to consider getting myself a spare pump because I don't know how much longer that one's got. But 4 years, you know, and a whole lot of trauma. So I'd say even if that pump does need to be retired in the next, month or two, it has served me well. Alright everybody, I am freezing after this little adventure, and yeah, without my chin toque it's a lot colder out here, so I am going to head inside. Thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Have a fabulous day, everybody.